Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where we talk about the latest and greatest TV shows and movies. And today we're gonna talk about Twin Peaks from the fucking 90s. So I just finished watching the first two seasons a couple weeks ago and it's following two movies and I need to talk about it because there's a lot of fucking stuff to talk about. Let's start with episode 1. Pretty much sets up everything you need to know. The first thing you'll notice right from the get-go is the world building. And I'm willing to go as far as to say that the look and feel of this show is the most unique in any show ever. Not only was the show very much ahead of its time, especially for the genre, it still looks like its own standalone world decades later. The first episode sets up the entire series. You have the mystery of Laura's death, you have each character's reaction to her death, the writing, and of course, Agent Cooper. I'll just say he's my favorite character and really the heart of the show, along with Lucy. Pretty much every single episode in season 1 is fantastic, and the season finale is great. Sadly, I find the second season easier to talk about because of how much it fucking sucks, at least from episode 11. Here's the thing, season 2 is when creators David Lynch and Mark Frost are only producers and are no longer part of the writer's staff. And you can clearly tell that because what follows is a total fucking debauchery of the plot, the mystery, and half the characters. Nadine, James, and Leo take the biggest fall and they are treated with the worst storylines of the season. It's very clear the network wasn't a big fan of Lynch's love for mystery and lack of answers, which would later in his career make him even more influential and more beloved. The season finale itself, though, is actually great, mainly because Lynch actually directed it. Fire Walk With Me, the first of two films that came out afterwards, it's essentially about the life of Laura Palmer, whereas Twin Peaks was the afterlife. And my main issue is that Laura herself is presented as a very boring and bland character. Despite being co-written and directed by Lynch, her only unique personality trait is being known by the entire town of Twin Peaks. Other than that, she does everyday stuff like smoking and hanging out with Donna, this time played by a different actress. And well, I might as well mention the second movie, The Missing Pieces as well, released 22 years after Fire Walk With Me, which is essentially a DVD extras menu disguised as a feature film. I mean, it actually opens with the text "What you're about to see are deleted and extended scenes from," you guessed it, Fire Walk With Me. This one I have an even bigger problem with because it barely acts as a movie. Yes, it does answer some of the mysteries regarding the first film, but the editing by Lynch himself is awful because once it quote-unquote does the job, we move to the next scene. Meaning that not only is releasing that fucking movie 2 full decades after Fire Walk With Me pretty odd in of itself, I mean maybe not for die-hard fans or completionists, but as a movie itself it's just jarring and pretty dull. Useless and flat characters get more screen time and the original characters we all love appear only 20 minutes after. Anyways, that's it for today, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.